freaky fast delivery.
Good evening, sports fans, and welcome to DSE TV Sports Local. I'm Nick Davros, your host, and we want to welcome everyone to Fricano's on the Lake. Ted offered his venue to us each and every Monday, and we can't thank Ted enough. You can watch this program every Wednesday between 6 and 9, Thursday at 8 a.m., Friday 6 p.m., Saturday 7 p.m. on DSE TV, Muskegon Comcast 96. You can also watch us on YouTube at DSE TV Muskegon. Like us on Facebook under Digital Spectrum Enterprises. We also have to give a big thanks to Jimmy John's Gourmet Subs for helping us cover the cost of this production. Also, another special thanks goes to Today's Family Dental, Dr. Harvey Comrie, as well as Posh by Pimpkins and Pimpkins Drug Company of Whitehall for helping feed our guests. Also, finally, stay tuned for the Freaky Fast Plays of the Week, brought to you by Jimmy John's. With the playoffs just around the corner, in fact, starting this Friday at Muskegon at 7 p.m. and Muskegon Catholic Central, we thought it'd be kind of nice to bring in some of the area coaches and some of their players that have qualified. First tonight in Division II, we have head coach Matt Koziak. And Coach, once again, thank you for giving up some of your time and joining us. This is the second year in a row now that you've qualified, so we're not a one-hit wonder as far as the playoffs go, are you?
No, it's we kind of knew we'd be pretty good this year, but we're fortunate to make the playoffs again and happy to get it going.
Not only did you make the playoffs, but a convincing win last Friday night at Muskegon High School, bringing home the first conference championship in 46 years.
Yeah, it was really a big deal, and who better to play to win it than Muskegon, who's traditionally the last 3 years they played for the OK Black Championship. So if you want to win a championship, that's the team you want to have to go through to win it.
Well, yeah, right, and not only do you have to go through Muskegon in that, but one of the winning, if not the most winningest program in the state of Michigan,
yeah.
And you won there. How special was that?
Really special.
Having coached there, you and I coached there, the mystique of Hackley Stadium is second to none.
No, you won't go to a better high school football venue than going to Hackley Stadium on a Friday night, and to have the schools so close by, the crowd was just electric, and it was special. And
nothing like 11,000 people to cheer people on.
Right.
That was good. Let's talk about the playoffs coming around here. We open up with Caledonia. We host Caledonia, which was one of your priorities coming into the streets. Making it, absolutely, yes, but we wanted a host instead of going somewhere else. My concern is you face a Caledonia team for the second straight time. We beat them handily the first time, but to play a team 2 times in one season, I find it a little difficult. I'm not sure if you do, but share some thoughts with you regarding that.
You're absolutely correct. I think sometimes you can get a false sense of security when you play a team the second time, where, especially in a lopsided victory, which our scoreboard showed. But there's so many things that you can do differently or do the same. You're mixed emotions with that, because you don't want to change it up too much because you were so successful the first time.
Exactly.
But then you don't know how they're going to come out and what they're going to do. So you've got to have something that you can change. So I would say it's definitely tougher to play a team you've beaten twice than to play a team that's beaten you and you got a second chance at them.
And you kind of nailed it too. It wasn't like a 1-point win too. It was 33 points. It was pretty resounding.
Yeah, our players played really well. My
next question is, Caledonia scares me a little because they may be one of the hottest teams right now in the state. When you look at, a loss, they have 2 losses, last one coming to us, their first one coming to Forest Hill Central. But yet, they played nothing but state-ranked teams the last 4 or 5 weeks. They spank Rockford 42-0, which we lose by 3. They beat perennial Powell Lowell 33-0, and then East Grand Rapids, then Grand Rapids Christian. What are they doing all of a sudden that makes them so scary, and what do we have to be concerned about?
I just think the multiple things. I know the coach is an old wishbone guy, and they were kind of doing some spread stuff, still trying to run the football, but maybe spread you out a little bit more, and he said, enough, we're going to go back to Caledonia football. And he also did some things personnel-wise. He said, really being a senior doesn't mean you're just going to come in and play. You know, we're going to play the best kids that give it
You
their
have to earn
best.
your spot.
Absolutely. And so he switched that up a little bit. And I think they had a sense of urgency. You know, they were 2-2 after the loss to us, and they said, how do we want our season to be? And, you know, they've stepped up, and you're right, they beat Rockford 42-0. And then Lowell, they blanked them. And then East Grand Rapids only scores 7 on them. Grand Rapids Christian only scores 14 on them. And so they've just been, you're right, the hottest team in the state of Michigan.
Oh, thank you. I write about something every now and then. You brought a couple players with you, but before we get to them, you and I chat a little bit. You're healthy going into week 11 now. Something that hasn't happened in the 3 previous years for you.
Yeah, we're very blessed right now to have no serious injuries that are injuries where they're out. Obviously, we have your bumps and bruises and your pulls and your tweaks, but nothing as far as a torn anything or a broken anything. So very fortunate, and I think that's a tribute to our kids in the weight room and taking the weight room seriously.
There was someone sent me a text today. Max Prep sent out their weekly ratings, and based on strength of schedule, and I was talking to you a little about it. Based on the strength of schedule and our win at Muskegon, we jumped up to number 1 in the state. Caledonia thus jumps up to number 2. The region that we're in and the district that we're in, according to the Free Press, could be the toughest district and region to escape and get out of. Any thoughts on that?
As far as the Max Prep stuff, we don't try to buy too much.
No.
It's a great compliment, you know, to our kids and that. But when you look at Associated Press and papers and the media around Michigan, I think that's what you really need to focus on. And as far as our district being tough, absolutely. With Midland Dow, they're 9-0. We're 8-1, and then you throw the hot Caledonia team in that hasn't lost
absolutely.
this week 4. It's going to be difficult.
I printed out the bracket for us here, and it looks like here, and you know, that one loss really put the kibosh of hosting possibly 2 for sure, maybe 3 games. So a win Friday, Saturday evening puts us on the road at Midland Dow. We'll get into that a little later on. Saturday night, 7 o'clock. Fill us in. How did this all come around?
Multiple things. One it's Halloween, and a lot of teams are still playing on Friday night, which is great. One of the difficult things that we had going on as far as scheduling Friday night is our arts and craft fair that goes on at Mona Shores High School. It's been going on for 31 years. It just happens to fall on a day we're hosting a home playoff game.
Well, and heaven forbid if we were asked them to change that.
Right.
That wasn't
This has gone on for, like I said, 31 years, and people have come to this. And so if we did host Friday, there would absolutely be no place to park.
No.
So we moved it to Saturday and a 7 o'clock, and that the arts and crafts fair will be over 3 o'clock Saturday, so it should be plenty of time for the vendors to get out.
And was Caledonia upset with any of this stuff? Did you have to talk? Was there some mutual agreement? Because in year past, I know if one school wanted, when I was coaching at Puffer, if one school wanted it one way, one school wanted it, then there was a definite rule that you had to follow.
Yeah, there's the definite, MHSAA has rules for that. I think a lot of teams don't like to get out of what the tradition and routine.
Well, that's what I thought right away. When I heard that it's going to be Saturday, I go, well, wait a minute, it's Friday. All of our games are Friday at 7 o'clock.
Right. And so, whether they probably did want to play on Friday, but after a while, when we explained it to them, they were fine with it. And you got to play, Friday, Saturday, one of those days.
Right. So we're going to play. Well, we're going to take a short break right now. We're going to bring up Tyree Jackson, your 4-year starting quarterback. I'm with Matt Koziak. This is DSE Local Sports. We'll be right back.
I'm Jose Infante.
And I'm John O'Black from Independent Bank.
And we support DSE TV.
McDonald's Candies. 1064 South Getty Street in Muskegon features an assortment of chocolate-covered nuts and creams, peanut clusters, fudge, seafoam, turtles, cherry cordials, and regular and holiday novelties.
I've had dozens of people tell me, just cremate me when I die and then throw a big party. I'm sure you've heard someone say that too. I completely get it. Well, I want to help you throw that party. I've got tables and chairs and easels and boards. I've got sound systems and music. I've got caterers and food. And I've got all the people to set it up and break it down when it's all over. So why don't you let us here at Clocks help you with that party so you can focus on what's important, sharing the stories.
Benson's Drug Company, the home of Benson's Bottom Pain. Offering an expanded grocery selection, Medicare billing, and diabetes management and education. Benson's now features a Kodak machine, which allows customers to edit, copy, and develop their own photos.
Brings up a second down 12, the loss of 2 on that play. Quarterback's going to go rolling out, throwing downfield.
Yes!
Picked up by Motor Short. That's Hunter Borsman. Borsman across the 40. Down to the 35. Borsman, we're going away. 20, 10, 5. Touchdown. Hunter Borsman with the return. They shot the Big Red.
And I tell you,
on the initial possession for Muskegon.
one thing Posiak said at halftime, he said it's a 0-0 ball game, don't get down. I know turnovers are a factor. They had a lucky one. They've managed to fumble twice and get the ball back. But
We want to welcome everyone back to Fracano's on the Lake, your DSE TV sports local show, the only one on the west coast of Michigan. Hey, we got to thank Jimmy Johns for footing the bill for this and for Fracano's for allowing us to use their venue. Over on my right, Matt Scheidemann. On left, Tyree Jackson. These two young men have been integral forces on this Mona Shores varsity football team this season. First of all, let's talk to the 4-year starter. You know, I mentioned when you were a 13-year-old little kid. You remember that 4 years ago?
Oh, yeah, I do.
You do remember that, don't you? Now look at you, 6'5", 210, all this and that. Well, welcome back, buddy. It's good to have you here.
Thank you.
Tell me about last Friday night. How special was that for you, first of all?
Oh, it was just a big winning conference for the first time since 1960, and then definitely beating Muskegon was a good part, so.
Do you think it would have been more special to win at home, or was it a little sweeter to win at Muskegon?
I think it was better to win at Muskegon because it hasn't been done in a while, and we got a good crowd, so I mean, it didn't make that big of a difference.
You know, 11,000 people at the game. That's not a bad crowd.
Yeah, it was nice.
No.
The students really came, so it was nice.
It was absolutely wonderful. And you, Matt, my friend, look at you, bro. Neighbors, you've grown up to be a good kid, I'll tell you what. And you're healthy this year.
Oh,
How
yeah.
nice is that?
Oh, it's wonderful to be back playing the game I love.
Yeah, and playing the whole season as well.
Oh, yeah.
Well, you ran out of shoulders to hurt, so you got to stay healthy, I would think, huh?
Yeah, I'm sure if I had 3 shoulders, if the human body had 3
one more,
shoulders,
right?
I'm sure.
Hey, Phil and Sue, keep the kid healthy, huh? We got to make a playoff run. So, fellas, we're here because we've made the playoffs for the second year in a row. But expectations now are a little higher for this second time around. Would you agree?
Definitely. Yeah.
Last year we made them. This year, though, we want to move down to a little closer to Ford Field, if not all the way to Ford Field. What are your thoughts on the playoff? Playing Caledonia for the second time, though, Tyree.
Oh, it'll be a tough game Friday, but I think if we take it game by game, we can definitely make a run to the state championship.
Are you worried about playing Caledonia for the second time at all?
Not really. I think our coaches do a good job of getting us ready for whoever we play, so I don't think it'll be that big of a problem.
You know, you practice your lines really well. Coach Koziak and the boys, they really coach you guys up with the. You've turned out to be, and I've used the comment a couple of times, like the go-to receiver. Now, that may not be the case, but up in the booth, when he needs to look good and he needs to pad his stats a little bit, he can come to you. You've just had a breakout season.
Oh, thank you. Well, I got to give credit to Tyree. You know, he's a great quarterback, and he makes my job easy. He always puts the ball in the right spot. And
I guess that's all you can ask of him, huh?
yeah.
How was it playing at Hackley Stadium?
Oh, it was really neat. You know, just there's a lot of people there. It was a really cool experience.
Yep. You played Caledonia, as I was talking to Tyree for the second time. Any different wrinkles that you're adding without getting specific to the offense that's going to change some things up a little? Because Coach alluded to the point that, you know, you're playing a team for the second time, probably in 5-6 weeks. You got to change up, and I'm going to get to you a little bit, but any different wrinkles that we can maybe see as far as the wide receivers are concerned?
Well, I think they got some new players in different positions, and I think they moved people around different places, and we got to working on that.
Yep. It was a great day for practice. They sunny and 75.
Oh, yeah.
That wasn't all bad, was it?
Nice weather.
Yeah,
Definitely.
absolutely. For your perspective, I've watched the maturation and growth of you from a freshman to a senior this year. You know, pass for the first couple years, ran it very little your freshman year. You were young, you were small, I understand that. Your sophomore year, a little bit more, junior year, but this year you've really blossomed into that triple threat quarterback that we haven't had, you know, in a long time. You've developed. How do you feel about your growth as a quarterback as the years have gone on, Tyree?
I mean, I definitely couldn't have done it without my offensive line this year. They've done a great job opening holes, and then receivers downfield blocking, such as like Matt and Kobe and Hunter and Darius. So when we do break open, me or Moffitt or anyone else, they're always going to be blocking downfield, so it makes it a lot easier.
It does. Scored a couple touchdowns on the run. That was huge in the Muskegon game because now they had to defend not only Moffitt, you, and him. So that was truly 3 weapons that you had at your disposal.
Yeah, but we've been practicing it for the past 4 years, so I mean, it really all came together.
It all came together this year for you. I was talking to Matt about some different wrinkles. Without elaborating, are we going to see some little different things? You know, we saw some different things in the Muskegon game. For instance, the kickoff return, you threw in a reverse. The reverse was introduced against Union. We hadn't seen that all year. We saw a couple little different things in the Muskegon game. Is Coach going to give us a few little, or are you going to show us some different wrinkles against Caledonia?
I mean, I'm sure we're going to do our base stuff that we do each week. So, I mean, he might throw a little new thing in here or there. But, I mean, as far as that goes, I'm sure we'll do the same thing we've been doing.
Yeah. What's the buzz around the school? It's got to be exciting.
Oh, yeah, it's very positive, and it's really cool to be a part of the football program, you know, and everyone's cheering you on and the community's behind you. It's a great feeling.
Jeez, I wonder if there's going to be a pep rally Friday.
That'd be cool.
That'd be cool. Maybe we should put some pressure on Principal Busser a little bit, huh? And just say, hey, look, we got to have something going on, huh?
I mean, that'd be cool, even though we play on Saturday.
Yeah, I know, but you know, Friday to carry over would be kind of cool. Hey, how do you feel about your senior year this year? Is it going the way that you would have thought it would go?
It's going great so far. I mean, being able to play with Matt, throw Matt touchdowns that we've been playing with each other since we were 5 years old, and just play with
Seriously?
Moffitt. Yeah, we've been on the same team since we were little.
Elementary school.
Elementary school together and everything? Well, that's good. It's a match made in heaven there, huh?
Yeah, we've been throwing in the backyard since we were little.
Well, that is just wonderful. You went out to Buffalo. How'd the visit go? Good?
Yeah, it went good for the most part. I mean, they fell up short in their game, but other than that, it was a good visit.
Still planning on going?
Oh, yeah, as of right now.
Well, wonderful. Well, listen, fellas, I want to wish both of you the best. We got to make sure Coach Kozak gets you some recognition for some college stuff, okay? I'll talk to Coach about that. Do you have aspirations of maybe playing some college ball if someone was interested? Or I know you're big into track, or is track more of an interest for you right now?
I'm still thinking about playing college football, you know, just if something comes up, then I'll definitely think about it.
Absolutely. What do you want to major in college? Are you leaning toward anything right now?
Probably like the business.
Oh, you want to make some money, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, money. Yeah, that's all good. Well, you hit it rich, and then support me and Coach Kozak and Coach James and everything, because by the time you graduate, I'll probably need a wheelchair to get around the practice field. So if you could take care of your old coach, that'd be great. Fellas, I want to wish you the best of luck Saturday. You know I'll be calling the game with Coach Bug. Guys, hey, Matt Skydam, Tyree Jackson, fellas, thank you very much. Best of luck to you, both of you. So Nick Davros with these two young men, head coach Kozak. We'll be right back after this short break.
Buckwheat Schultz & Associates Incorporated, investment products and services. For more information, call 799-9889 or 866-799-9889.
Hi, I'm Wendy from Healthy Focus. We provide home health care services to people in Western Michigan. We can supply RNs, LPNs, home health aides, certified nurse aides to meet your needs and keep you in your home.
For nearly 9 years, West Michigan Driving Academy has been providing Muskegon County with complete, comprehensive driver's education. Students spend time both in the classroom and on the road in a state-approved driver's education vehicle with state-certified instructors. West Michigan Driving Academy is the only school in Muskegon that offers both day and evening classes throughout the summer. Accident-free with 150 years of combined experience, you will drive safe at West Michigan Driving Academy.
I'm Nick Davros back here at Fracano's on the Lakeshore, bringing you DSE TV Sports Local. We're joined right now by the head coach of Whitehall, Tony Sigmund. And Tony, welcome back, my friend.
Thanks, Nick. Thanks for having us.
Well, it's the second season now of your tenure. You've made the playoff, an incredible 7-2 record. Congratulations on that.
No, thank you. I appreciate it. I mean, I'll tell you what, our kids have been working really hard, and it was, we got to 7-2 with a lot of hard work, and we appreciate it and respect it, and thanks for having us on.
Well, I guess the fruits of your labor are truly making the playoffs at this time. Health-wise, how are you guys doing? Do you come into your second season healthy?
Yeah, we have everybody available to us, and I think that's huge. Anytime you're in the playoffs or any part in the late in the season. So I mean, right now we're as healthy as we've been in a while, and we're looking forward to it.
Good. Well, I'm looking at the parents. I drew her up right here, and I see you drew an old friend.
Yeah.
Spring Lake.
Yeah.
How difficult is that preparing again for Spring Lake?
Well, being that this is my second year, I mean, everybody's still fairly new to me.
Correct.
But as far as I guess historically, yeah, we've played Spring Lake a lot in the regular season. I know that Coach Rabideau's, coached a lot against Whitehall. Watching film, I mean, there's a ton of similarities between our football team and theirs. So I mean, I'm expecting it to be a great football game.
Yeah, very similar to Coach Kozak last Friday night when we were at Muskegon. Identical offenses, identical defenses. I mean, each other like the back of your hand. It's a similar situation. The playoffs truly are something special, though, that you strive for going down the road. What's the community buzz about this going on right now?
Well, there's a lot of excitement going on, and we've really had a lot of excitement, really, when we surprised everybody as far as playing, as well as we did against teams like Kelloggsville and Shelby, and then I think it kind of grew from there and there and there, and we're taking advantage of it, and I mean the community is very excited.
You're hosting the first game, is that correct?
Yeah.
So that adds a little extra bonus, I would think, as well, a little bit more playoff points. It's nice to host a game versus having to travel, I would think.
Yeah, and I think one of the biggest things here for us is that, anytime that we can get another home game for our seniors, I think that just makes the ride or the trip itself that much more special.
Good. Well, I tell you what, you brought 4 of your young scholars up here, young scholar athletes. Who are we going to bring up first? You call them up. It's your show here.
We're going to bring up Cheston Mans and Trip Thoman.
All right. Chester, Trip, come on up here, boys. I have over on my right, I got Cheston. On the left, Trip. Fellas, thanks again for joining me.
Thanks for having us.
All right. We're in the second season. I was talking to a coach about this. We had a couple of hiccups since the last time we chatted. We started out 5-0, lost a couple games, but, maybe in a loss, we learned something positive. Tell me one thing that we learned that we have to, that you improved on. Because losing is never fun, don't get me wrong. What did we learn in those losses?
We went 6-0, and I guess we kind of felt like we didn't have to work as hard to get the wins, and this obviously showed us that it's not going to happen.
Not going to happen, no. Got to keep working. And the conference that you're in is an extremely tough conference.
Right.
What about you, big fella?
I mean, the losses helped us realize that we're not untouchable, and sometimes after a loss, our greatest improvements are made after a loss.
Absolutely, and knowing the type of coach that you have, number one, he's a great guy. You shared with me last time that you can go to him anything. I'm sure he made, he turned a negative into a positive, what we can work on. Would you agree with that probably?
Yes.
All right, so let's talk about the second season, because the second season is really important because it's one or done.
Yep.
All right, you host a playoff game this week at your place. How excited are you to be hosting it, and what do you look forward to the most in the playoffs?
I'm ecstatic that we get to host the first round of playoffs. It's been about 8 years, I think, since we've hosted the first round.
Okay.
And, I mean, obviously we're hoping to go as far as we can, but, we're not.
You're not looking past anything. You know that
we're not going to look past spring break to hope.
No, absolutely. The buzz around the school's got to be kind of exciting, though, too, huh?
Yep. A lot of people talking about it.
Yep. You're hosting. It's exciting to host. What does this game mean to you as far as the playoffs are concerned?
Well, obviously it's pretty big. It's the first step, and it'll be our first playoff game ever as a team and in a while. So we're glad it's home. There's going to be a lot of home field advantage there.
The playoffs are significant, especially for the West Michigan area, just because of the caliber of teams that we have, the number of state championships year in and year out. Are you looking forward to going to Ford Field, looking forward to bringing back a state championship, something that Whitehall's never done in football?
Yeah, obviously. Even we're happy making the playoffs, but we're hungry for more even, and we want to.
Great answer. What about you, big fella?
I mean, I think every team's looking for going to Ford Field, and we're not going to be content just making playoffs.
Any changes in the practices for the second season, or is it this is just another game? It means a little bit more, and we're going to take it just as business as usual.
I think we know it's a big game, but I think we also know that we can't overthink it. I mean, once you start overthinking, that's when things start to go downhill.
Yep. Would you agree with that? Then it's another game, but it just means a little bit more. But we're going to continue to do what we do best.
Yeah, we can't really change our schedule this far into the season and get mixed up in what we do.
Well, listen, fellas, we got two other guys that we're going to bring here, so I want to wish both of you the very best of luck. Bring home a victory Friday night. Thank you. We had Cheston over here, Trip. We got a couple more guys coming back. I'm Nick Davos. We'll be right back with you.
With over 50 years of combined experience.
The mechanics at Norton Small Engine Repair will keep you running right.
Leaf blowers.
Snow blowers.
Parts and service.
And when it comes to buying new,
think steel.
At Norton Small Engine Repair,
quality service is your guarantee.
Good news, we just got the Stevens account. Get Jacobs on the horn and schedule a meeting pronto. Order lunch, something fast, Smith.
It's Jones, ma'am.
Yeah, look, we'll leverage a synergy on both sides.
Hi, Jimmy Jones?
Yeah, no, look, the boys...
Jimmy Jones.
Yep, sky's the limit on this one. Make sure the Silverman file is on my desk ASAP. Did you order lunch?
Yeah, it's waiting for you.
Better be, Smith.
Still Jones, ma'am.
Can't wait on this. Time is money.
Jimmy John's.
Jimmy John's. Order online now.
Nice job, Jones.
Jimmy John's. Freaky fast delivery.
Exhaust specialties, from trucks and cars to street rods and Model Ts. Both foreign and domestic. Exhaust specialties now includes brakes, shocks, suspension work, and minor engine repair. They use only heavy gauge stainless and aluminum pipe. They also feature custom jewels as well as a selection of lubes, oils, and filters, and other auto parts. Exhaust Specialties located at 5401 Apple Avenue in Muskegon.
Nick Davros back here at Ted Ficano's on the Lakeshore, brought to you by Jimmy John's. We are going over the Division IV state tournament run for 2014, and I got a couple young men that I had a pleasure a few weeks ago of interviewing. We've got Stephen Ogden. Stephen, big fella, good to have you back again. And my boy Gunner. What's up, Gunner? Everything good?
Yeah.
Good. Well, fellas, we entered the second season, and the second season is really a culmination of all the hard work during the off season. Would you guys agree with me?
Absolutely.
All the 7-on-7s, all the weightlifting, all the conditioning really comes down to this week right now. And really why it's important, because it's a one or done situation. Yeah. You win, you keep moving on. But boy, if you get an L, your season's done. So let's talk about great season this year. First of all, 7-2. Congratulations.
Thank you.
A lot of hard work.
Oh yeah.
You know? Are you happy with the season for the most part?
Yeah. I mean,
7-2 is not as good as 9-0, but I mean, it's a big difference from 1-8 like we were last year.
Absolutely. Great point. What about you, Gunnar? Happy with everything?
More than happy with it.
Yeah.
Like Steven said, great improvement from
Oh, huge improvement from last year. You come into the playoffs with a nice little winning streak going, and you have Spring Lake. You used to play them in the past, as you guys told me, but you get to host them at your place. First time in what I'm thinking 8 years. I think
it's 2006 last time we hosted.
So it's been 8 years. Yeah. Oh, how exciting is it to play at home at your place?
Oh yeah, it's great. You know, it's always good playing at home with your fans there. It makes it a lot better.
Yeah. The buzz around the community's got to be exciting, especially around the school.
Yeah, it's pretty exciting.
Yeah.
I don't really get into it.
No.
But
you're kind of low-key guy, aren't you?
Yeah.
He doesn't talk too much, does he?
No.
In fact, I think somebody said, I got more talk out of you the last time you were than they've had probably in a lifetime.
Yeah, definitely.
And that's good. Well, we're coming in today too, buddy. I'm proud of you. Today's practice had to be nice. Sunny, 75 degrees. That wasn't too bad, was it?
No, it was pretty good practice.
Any changes that you guys are doing to prepare for the game? Is practice just another game, another week, and we're going to practice?
Well, it's different now because our JV team is done.
Okay.
So
you brought those guys up with you?
We pulled up our sophomores.
Okay.
But now we don't have to split in between doing JV and varsity plays. So,
okay.
We're
more reps.
We're getting a lot more reps.
A lot more reps.
But I think for the most part, we're trying not to look at it too much more differently.
It's just another game with just a little bit more emphasis, though.
The way I see it is just because it's the playoffs, you shouldn't want to win anymore.
Right.
You always want to win, so
that's what
nothing should change.
Your position again was what?
Middle linebacker.
You're middle Mike linebacker. All right. Tell me about Spring Lake's offense. What the number one thing that you, from what your coaches that told you, it's the number one play you have to stop from Spring Lake?
One play that I have to stop?
Their favorite play. What's their favorite? Is it a run? Is it a pass? Is it a dive? Is it a trap? Is it an option?
Probably trap.
Probably trap. Yeah, because they run the spread, I'm presuming?
They run the same offense.
Same offensive view. So, carbon copy, very similar to what we had against Muskegon. They run the same offense we do. So, you know how to read it. You know what to look forward to.
Yes, sir.
Any concerns about Spring Lake, about what they do? Do they mix up? Do they signal their plays in? How do they do things?
I don't believe they signal their plays in.
Okay, so
just treat it like another team that you have to play.
Yep. Are you excited about the playoff game?
I am.
Yeah. You guys haven't had one in a while, have you? Yeah. So it'll be the first time for you guys since you've been at Whitehall, right?
We got pulled up in 2011.
You made it in
the playoff game against Sparta.
Okay.
But we didn't play at all. We stood on the sidelines and watched the varsity play.
Yeah, but you know what? That's kind of good experience at the same time, though, isn't it? I mean, to be brought up is a reward in itself. Sometimes we did the same thing at Shores. We pulled up, I think, like 10 JV guys. We put about 8 or 9 freshmen that brought up just to give them extra practice time to see what varsity practice is like. How are the younger kids doing it? Are you kind of coaching them along? Are you taking them under their wings and helping them out?
Yeah, no, we're doing a lot of that because the way I've been seeing it is best case scenario, we've got, 5 games left?
Right.
So, they're...
That 5th game puts you in the state championship game.
They're the next generation, so we got to be... If we want to build a strong program, we got to be building...
God, you're pretty broke.
Get them...
Tell you what, you're knocking it out tonight. Gunnar, you got to help me out here, okay? We got to get a little bit more verbal, okay?
Okay, I'll try my best.
As a Mike linebacker, you're in charge of the defense, I would figure, because you're the heart and soul of the defense. When you go out in that game, what kind of emotions are you going to have playing in a playoff game like this?
Yeah, I'm just going to treat it like another game. I don't
You're just going to keep it like another game?
My head with.
Okay. I'm thinking that down the road here, I'm looking at should you win, and we're going to count on a win. So let's say that you win right here. You're going to get the winner of the Comstock Park Cadillac game. You may have another home playoff game. How exciting would that be to have 2 games?
It'd be very exciting.
Yeah, it'd be really exciting. Well, fellas, I want to wish you the very best so that you represent the community very well in the school. But I got to tell you, though, last time we chanted, you had a band competition. How did we do?
We did well. We got a first division rating in it, so.
I guess that's all you can answer because our guy back in Moon Shore's got to win. So I want to wish you the very best. I want to wish you that Whitehall. Be proud of these young men. They're doing a good job. We'll be right back with some closing comments in just a minute.
With 4 convenient locations, Jack's Corner Store is one-stop shopping at its best. Tools, fresh meats, produce, chips, snacks, and other grocery items, beer, wine, and liquor, even gas and lottery. That's why Jack's is your corner store and so much more.
Beginning as a lumber company in 1911, Fredericks Construction has been servicing the Muskegon area since 1969. Family owned and operated, they specialize in roofing, siding, windows, insulation, additions, doors, decks, and more. Located at 1940 Commerce Street in beautiful downtown Muskegon, their phone number is 231-722-3937. When you want quality workmanship, you want Fredericks Construction.
Your vehicle is an important part of your life. It gets you where you need to go. Take care of it by bringing it to Van's Car Wash and Quick Lube. At Van's Quick Lube, every vehicle gets up to 6 quarts of high-quality Quaker State oils, new oil filter, and a free car wash with every service. If you need a quick wash that is done right the first time, then stop by any convenient Van's Car Wash and experience the hand-scrubbed and Simonized difference. Keep your car running and looking great at Van's Car Wash and Quick Lube. 6 convenient locations, 1 near you.
The Glenside and Northside pubs, from sandwiches, burgers, and Mexican food to starters, salads, soups, and desserts, not to mention their specialty pizzas like Hawaiian, vegetarian, chicken Alfredo, and of course their grand finale. It's the Glenside and Northside pubs.
I want to welcome everyone back to Fricano's on the Lakeshore. I'm Nick Davers, your host, and this is dseTV Sports Local, your only sports show on the coast of Lake Michigan. Hey, this show can be seen Wednesday nights at 6 and at 9 p.m., Thursdays at 8 o'clock in the morning for you early risers, Fridays 6 p.m., Saturdays 7 p.m. dseTV Muskegon Comcast 96. You can also watch us on YouTube at dseTV Muskegon and like us on Facebook under Digital Spectrum Enterprises. As always, we have to thank Fricano's on Muskegon Lake for allowing us to use this great venue. Also, a big thanks to Jimmy John's Gourmet Subs for helping us cover the bill for this production. We also got another thanks this evening. We want to thank today's Family Dental, Dr. Harvey Comrie. Dr. Comrie, thank you so much, as well as Posh by Pitkins and Pitkins Drug Company of Whitehall for helping us feed these guests. And I'll tell you what, these guests can eat a lot of pizza. Also, and finally, we want to thank Jimmy John again for providing us with the Freaky Fast Plays of the Week, brought to you, as always, by Jimmy John. Hey, I'm here with head coach Kari Harger. Coach, welcome back again.
All right, thank you.
Hey, buddy, it's the second season.
Absolutely.
And you're representing this state in the Division 5 state tournament.
Right.
And I don't know if there's a tougher area to be in. I mean, you have the defending state champions 40 miles down the road,
right,
who, if you win Friday night, you'll probably face them again.
Probably.
How tough is that going to be?
Well, it's definitely going to be a challenge, just as it was with our season opener, week 1, when we faced them this year.
Yeah, so you got a little familiarity because you played them multiple times past.
Sure.
But let's talk about, first of all, your season. WAMC Conference Champions, congratulations on that.
Right. Thank you.
Yeah,
thank you. Yeah.
A lot of work got put into that for you to win that, didn't it?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. You know, we have a meeting with the kids every spring of the incoming varsity team, and we lay out our season goals, and they mention, you know, they always talk about what they want to do, and conference champs is always on the list. And the further we got through our conference schedule, you know, we kept telling them that if this is the position that you want to, if that's the goal, then this is the position you want to be in, and so you need to rise to that challenge, and they were able to do that.
I've got a question then.
Yeah.
Conference championship, making the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
Now, most likely, if you win conference, you're going to go into the playoffs.
Sure.
But does one carry more weight in Oak Ridge with the rich tradition that you have? Because you don't necessarily have to win conference to get into the playoffs.
Correct.
Okay?
Right.
First of all, for you, where's the priority? If I had to pin you down, which I am,
right,
What comes first for you, Coach?
Well, I think, I guess in order, we're of course shooting for the conference championship. But if that falls short, then of course our goal then next falls on getting into the playoffs.
Right.
And in order to keep that dream alive at Oak Ridge is to win that state championship. Which back in 1997, we used to not say that word. That phrase state championship, and until finally somebody said, why not?
Why not?
If that's what you want, then why not talk about it? And we did, and it proved to be something okay for us. We have 3 of them. And
that's not all that bad, is it?
No, that's pretty good. And so that's.
Have you been a part of all 3 of them?
I have. I've been very, very fortunate.
Geez, you upped me by 1. I've been a part of 2 of them at Muskegon, 86 and 89.
All right. Yeah, they are.
You got a pound here, big boy.
Yeah,
you got one more ring than I do.
They are something special.
Well, they are something very
Absolutely.
special. And I wouldn't trade that experience. And back then we played at the old Silver Dome.
Oh, yeah.
That's where we got our 2 at. And that was a spin. I got my rings, and I share it with my kids. And I shared those because it is a lot of hard work. And it's something that you want to, especially now with this second season,
right.
because it's one or done
right.
in the second season. Let's talk about your upcoming opponent, Hopkins.
Right.
I know very little. Fill me in about Hopkins, offensively, defensively. What are we going to see?
Well, offensively, they're a full house T.
Really,
offense,
golly,
right?
boy,
Yeah.
there's an antiquated term right now with everyone going to the spread.
Oh yeah, absolutely. They're a power football team.
Double tight
set. Yep. Yeah. They are 90+% run. They're going to run the ball at you. They're going to fire off the ball. They're going to their offensive line is very proud of being able to move the ball, and they're going to move it in chunks. And they're going to keep the drives alive. And
similar to what Shillito runs in at Zeeland West, what he did at Kentwood, what he did at Orchard View.
Somewhat, yeah. Not so much with as much as the inside trap.
Okay.
They do a little bit more diving and maybe power off the edges.
See, I grew up with the T, 14-15 dive, just straight dive with the right halfback on the right side, left halfback, and then we change it to a little power eye and we mix it up a little bit. So with a power team, not as much really, I guess, to say to prep for as variations, but you have to be really disciplined with your defensive scheme, and the kids can't think, well, I thought he had. You can't think.
No.
You got to do, and you got to be assignment football.
Absolutely, yeah. You have to stick with your assignment. There's no guessing. There's no thinking, like you said, I thought he had this.
Right. You can't think, just do, son.
Right. This is your assignment. I've told my defensive lineman several times, between the tackles, tackle, nose, and tackle, I said, you have the fullback, or you anything that comes in your way, whether they're faking or not, you tackle them.
Which leads me, defensive front that you're going to run. You're going to run a bear, you're going to run 5, or you're going to run like a 7 diamond, are you going to mix it up? Do you change what you do defensively because of this, or do you just modify it and just coach up? Because if I remember, 5-2, 4-3?
5-2.
5-2. Okay, so the 5-2 lends itself nicely. Now, do you move your tackles from a 5 to a 3 and go to a bear front, or are you going to keep them and maybe pinch a little bit more? What are you going to do that way?
We're still going to stick with our 50 front. We're going to we're still going to stick with our angle. Do a little bit of pinching to keep them honest with when they do try to keep us honest with the trap.
Sure.
They and again they're tough to read with their pulling guards, but.
Well, we used to say, guards don't lie. Guards will take you to the play.
Absolutely.
Same scenario with them?
Yeah, yes.
Yep. Okay.
Yep.
When I was coaching against Zeeland West and when John at Kentwood, we used a tennis ball and we hit it behind someone, and it forced us to tackle everybody with.
Right.
Do you do anything like that, or am I just that old and you don't?
Oh no, we use a smaller Nerf ball.
Okay.
Yeah, when we get into it, we'll use a smaller Nerf ball and or sometimes we haven't even used a ball at all.
And
we'll just go through the hand fakes.
Right, and you just grab everybody. You got to wrap everybody because if you let one person go 60 yards later, you're looking at his back end.
Yep.
Okay, well then I'm really not that old. I mean, times haven't changed that much.
No, old habits die hard.
Well, they do, and you have to break tendencies of your deal. Well, I thought, Coach, I knew he didn't have it. No, you don't know.
No, exactly.
And you better tackle everybody with or without the ball.
Right, because the teams that are well disciplined in that are going to fake those or carry those fakes out all the way down the field.
When John Chilito won his first state championship, my eldest son coached for John, and he said, Dad, during the offseason, Coach Chilito will rep every play 1,000 times before game one versus a variety of different defenses.
I believe it.
And I'm assuming you're going to see the same. These kids have probably seen every defense out there.
Oh, yeah.
They've repped every play.
Yeah.
There's not like a million plays that they have. They only run a few,
No.
but what they run, there's no mistakes.
Exactly. They do it very, very well. And yeah, you're right. They've probably seen every variation, combination of defenses.
We used to be, bear. We used to crab crawl. We used to take legs. We used to do like a single leg takedown, shoot a leg through. I mean, Dave Taylor one year had a kid literally roll over just to take legs out. Mm-hmm. I mean, whatever it takes to keep those guys on and to keep us on that line. Because if you go too deep, you're done. It's over.
Then you get trapped, and there they go past you.
Well, we got a couple kids. We're going to take a short break, get a drink of water, and we're going to bring up one of your players.
Sure.
Who do you want to bring up first?
We can bring up my young buck I brought. We'll bring up Nate War.
Nate War?
Yep.
Nate, you're on deck. I'm Nick Davros. Here, we're with the head coach of Oak Ridge. We're going to be right back after this short commercial break.
Barnes Hardware, family-owned and operated business located at 7170 East Apple Avenue in Muskegon. Featuring a wide variety of hunting and fishing gear with a full-service archery repair shop, plumbing and electrical supplies. From chainsaw repair to pet food, Barnes Hardware is your one-stop shop.
Northway Lanes and Billiards, featuring Cosmic Bowling, 50 auto-score lanes, automated bumpers, 8 Brunswick pool tables, snack shop, and banquet facilities. With over 100 leagues to choose from, it's Northway Lanes and Billiards.
Just made it.
Hi folks, looks like we're going to be here at least 15 minutes.
Hello, Jimmy John's?
Someone order Jimmy John's?
Jimmy John's. Order online at jimmyjohns.com. Jimmy John's. Freaky fast delivery.
I'm Nick Davros, and we're here with Coach Kari Harger and wide receiver Nate Ward. Nate, welcome back, buddy. Good to see you again.
Good to be here.
We're talking Division 5 state tournament football with these two men. And last time you and I chatted, I kind of got on you because you're kind of like the pretty boy on the team, wide receiver, defensive back, you catch touchdowns. It's a glory position, buddy. Let's just face it.
Yeah.
Yeah, look, you got that nice all-American smile. You're turning red on the camera here. That's a good look for you, buddy. I got to tell you, that's a good look on you. Don't worry about it. How is your season going, though, so far? You're conference champions. That's got to be kind of nice.
Yeah, it was after being on the JV team last year and seeing what it was like for the varsity team not to get the conference championship last year. It was a big goal for us, and it really, when we won it this year, it was a big, one of the main goals we had throughout the year.
Was that one of your personal goals coming into this season, is
Definitely.
to come home with a conference championship?
Definitely.
Good. Have you stayed healthy this season? Because honestly, even though it's a glory boy position, wide receiver, if you're slanting across the middle, there's that free safety that's going to just knock you, knock you down and stuff like that. Are you healthy going into the tournament?
Mostly. I mean, I've
a few bumps and bruises. Yeah, you're going to have that the rest of your life, son. Get used to that.
Oh, yeah.
You wait till you become your coach. Wait till you come my age. Bump, they don't go away. Coach, you're still a young buck right here. But you're healthy.
Yeah,
you're
mostly.
you go against Hopkins, and you're on the road at Hopkins. Any concerns about that, or you think the coaches are going to get you in pretty good shape?
I feel like we're gonna be good. I mean, playing on the road is definitely different than having a home playoff game to start, but I think that we can prepare good enough and we know what we got to do, kind of like you guys were talking about assignments. We will be good.
Yep. Hopkins is a perennial power into the play. They're no fluke or anything like that. What was their record this year, dude? I didn't see it on my chart right here. Was 7-2, 6-3? I mean,
8-1.
Huh?
8-1.
8-1. Okay, so you're not playing any floozy in Hopkins, and year in and year out, they're always good.
Yeah, absolutely. And we made the comparison to the kids today that they are much like ourselves. Small community, very football proud, football strong, rich tradition. Long-time legendary coach, and was recently just retired. With a younger coach now taking over the program, the parallels are almost scary.
Yeah, I mean, Jack retiring, you taking on, and that coach has been there forever.
Yeah,
very similar to
yeah.
Jack. Have you faced anybody that played double tight full house this year at all?
Hart.
Oh, Hart did?
Conference, yeah. Hart played some full T.
Okay. So it's nothing new to you. I mean, you run a little double tight full house.
Oh yeah, we run.
Double tight full house. You're probably not going to see the ball a lot in the air. I mean, it's not really a throwing offense.
Yep. Yeah.
What are you concerned about as a defensive back about Hopkins that you really have to be aware of?
They like to run the sweep and outside, and it's if you can't get your safeties and your corners to set the edge and to fill, it's really tough to stop a sweeping stop.
Are you a corner or a free safety?
Safety.
So you're a safety.
Yeah.
So the corners have to protect the edge. They have to force everything back inside to you. Mm-hmm. You have to come up and fill.
Yep.
Correct? All right, so I got that part right as a D coordinator. That's pretty good. Who is your key read then this week? Is it a guard, is it tackle, or is it the tight end?
All the guards.
It's the guard.
Yep.
So then the corners will read the tight end?
Mm-hmm. Tight end and then the near back.
And back their side, right? Yep. Okay. We used to say when Shiloh won it, when the quarterback, we would read the butt of the quarterback.
Yeah.
So the butt tells you in which direction the play. Similar here?
Similar. Yep.
Okay, other than a trap back or a counter center. Most of the time, wherever the butt goes is where the play is going to go.
Right.
All right, so we know that. So assignment Fulton is you're reading the guard. Can't read anybody else.
No.
Guard shows high hat, you're going back. Guard blocks down, you're flying up.
Yep.
That's pretty simple to read that.
Yep.
Can't get lazy on that, though, can you? No. How's this kid evolved for you over the years?
He's done a great job.
Is he?
Yeah, he's definitely
He's a junior.
Yes.
Junior, so he's coming back.
Yeah.
That's a good thing
Thank
for
goodness.
you.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Absolutely. We have a young team, a relatively young team, and so it's going to be great to have these kids back again next year.
How many seniors do you have on defense? If I put you on the spot, what do you got on defense, senior? At Shores, we got 7 juniors on defense, which is a lot.
Yeah.
Really.
Oh yeah.
And
yeah. I think we have four seniors.
Four. So you got 7 coming back as well.
He flashes me the 4 fingers. Yeah. Four. He's doing the counting for me. I'm putting it through my head.
Wait a minute. I tell you, right here, baby. We just made a coach out.
Yeah. You put me in a spot.
That's right. He's got your back. That speaks highly of you because you pick up his back at the same time. Yeah. So you got that coming back. We've got Hopkins down there. The buzz around school's got to be good, but playoffs, it's kind of like old hat there, isn't it? I mean, does it ever get old in a program like that?
No, not really, because the crowd always changes.
Yeah,
right. New student body every year, and so it's just new faces. And
you got to put it in this perspective. You're a high school coach. Mm-hmm. You're motivating young men.
Sure.
You inherit it as a prodigy coming way up. It's got to be a great situation for the both of you.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Are you excited?
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
Are they beatable? Is Hopkins beatable for Oak Ridge?
Sure. Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
One thing that you can't do that may cost the game, team-wise on defense.
Fall asleep with their runs. They don't throw the ball a lot, but when they do, they're effective at it.
And what's going to happen? They're going to suck you up. They're going to suck you up. They're going to suck, and then they're going to run the boot, and they're going to come flying up. We're going to drag across for a touchdown.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Don't let it happen.
All right.
All right. I'm going to wish you the best luck. Good luck to you, Coach.
All right.
Who are we going to bring up next, my friend?
Caleb Cook.
AKA
Buddha.
Buddha.
Yes.
The spiritual one on the team.
Yes.
Buddha himself.
One, yes.
All right, big guy, good luck. We're going to bring Buddha up in just a minute. I'm Nick Davos. Hey, we got head coach Kari Harger with me. See you in just a minute.
The best way to stay healthy? Exercise your voice. At the new Mercy Health, we believe that carefully listening to you and encouraging you to take an active role in your own health care is an important part of keeping you healthy. So you'll find our extensive network of physicians not only use the latest technology, they focus on what you have to say. Your voice, our expertise. Mercy Health.
Northway Lanes and Billiards, featuring Cosmic Bowling, 50 auto-score lanes, automated bumpers, 8 Brunswick pool tables, snack shop, and banquet facilities. With over 100 leagues to choose from, it's Northway Lanes and Billiards.
Whether you play recreational, travel, or high school soccer, Just for Kicks carries all the equipment and apparel you need. Soccer apparel such as cleats, shin guards, and headgear. Coaches equipment like cones, whistles, and training vests. Spirit wear like hoodies and t-shirts. A customer service-driven company, they work hard to ensure teams have everything needed for that first game so that the first-time soccer parents and players get started on the right foot. Just for Kicks offers embroidery and screen printing for clubs, schools, and businesses.
Hey, we're talking Division 5 state tournament high school football here. Head coach Kari Harger, and along with Buddha. Buddha, welcome back, buddy. Thank you, fella. Good to have you back here. You know, you and I were just talking. I coached your dad. Yeah. How about what a small world? What a great guy your dad is.
He is.
And I tell you what, I know he's got to be proud of you.
He is.
I know, because I'm proud of you, and I've only met you twice. And I know you're proud of this young man.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
I mean, senior leadership, quality individual, in school, in the community, in the classroom. Yep. You can't ask for anything more, can you?
No, absolutely not. I mean, he does whatever he's asked. He, he's one of the reasons I brought him here with me because of his leadership.
Congratulations, and congratulations.
Thank you.
Conference champions. How nice is that? Because you didn't win it last year, did you?
No, it feels good to finally win it this year after we lost it on a trick play last year.
Yep. I remember watching that one on TV too, boy, I'll tell you.
Yeah, we just didn't cover it very well.
But those things happen, and you know what? You learn from it, and that sat with you for a whole year, didn't it?
That gave us an extra fire for this year.
Oh, I bet it did. How has your senior been for you, Buddha? I mean, are you happy with the things that you've done during the off season that have led to this point right now in making the playoffs?
Yes, I'm happy because our team has came together as the season went along, and we're ready to make a deep run in the playoffs.
Make a deep run in the playoffs. You're on the road. That's a tough place to play. Hopkins is, I was sharing with Coach, Hopkins is almost a carbon copy of you as legendary coaches that have been there a long time, winning programs, successful programs, and new coaches, young guys, right? You're a young chap. They're coaches. How exciting is that to be going down there, though?
It's exciting because we're still playing football. It might suck that we're on the road, but we're still playing.
But it beats being home and listening to somebody else playing, though, doesn't it? Yeah.
It's good to be still playing.
Yeah.
Exactly. Community. Are you going to have a team bus going there, a spirit bus of some sort? I would think with your community.
Oh, I'm sure.
I mean, the whole town's just going to be shut down, and you're going to be heading south.
Yeah, I'm sure there are going to be, a spectator bus or two put together. Not to mention all the carpooling going on, and their fans, or our fans, will definitely pack the place.
Yeah. Defensively, what are you playing defensively now this week?
A position?
Yeah.
I'm switching between nose guard and tackle.
Nose guard and tackle. Okay, so talking to Coach, we run double tight, full house backfield. Who's your responsibility in that defense?
Fullback.
Fullback. Why the fullback? Why not a halfback? They got 3 guys to pick from. Can't you just pick somebody?
It's our job to shut down between the tackles.
There you go. Well coached, huh?
Yeah.
Amen.
We've worked at it for a couple of weeks, so he loves that part of it.
Oh, I bet. Assignment football truly at its best, isn't it? What kind of assignment do you have in football? Don't you just have to tackle the guy with the ball?
We have to read our keys. We have to feel pressure, which side we're getting blocked on, and rip back across, or a squat and squeeze down the line of scrimmage.
Your guard pulls. What are you going to do?
Well, that depends on what the tackle does, because if he blocks down or tries taking my shoulder, I have to rip across his face.
There you go.
Or if he pulls, I have to get in his hip pocket.
You're going to jump in his hip pocket and take, because guards don't line, they'll take it to the play, right?
Right.
Absolutely. Got to be impressed with this one, boy. This
yeah.
kid's got his assignment down well.
Oh, yeah, he studies film.
Do you kind of stole my thunder here. Do you do film study with the kids, and do you give assignments for them to look for? And, you know, at church we do a little testing. What did this do? And we kind of, you do the same thing. Is that what's going on right now?
Yeah, on the run we do. We have the Huddle program.
Right,
the online
yep.
film. And
boy, whoever invented that was a genius.
Oh, I know. I'm telling you. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a great teaching tool.
You know, and before that, we used to burn DVDs.
Yeah.
You know, we'd go through 1,200, 1,500 DVDs.
We did the same
season.
thing. Yeah.
And the kids would you know, that were at practice, we'd kind of quiz them on the fly, and you know, we would expect them to call out the reads based on what they saw.
Do you guys film practices and then throw them to look at periodically?
We did early on in the season, not too much in the meat of the season, or in the later part of the season like we are now. We don't film, but
Coach Kozak has one of our managers that does it all the time. And in fact, we've been practicing at the middle school this week because our practice field has gotten pretty soggy. We don't have the luxury of turf like you folks do out there. But he made his own end zone camera.
Okay.
You want to get a hold of it. You want to save some money? Have you got an end zone camera yet?
No.
Give him it. He made his own. It'll save you $1,000.
All right.
And it is invaluable. I mean, we have one of our managers who raises that at practice end zone. We do every practice a breakdown, throws it on Huddle, and the kids could see that.
Yeah, excellent.
Do your kid do you have a Huddle account that you guys can look online and see something? Are you online looking?
Oh yeah, all the time.
You're online because Coach can check you if you are.
They check our time.
Yeah.
All right.
We did this morning.
Did you?
Yeah.
Good for you.
Yeah.
Good for you.
See how much time they had.
Your season's been successful. You're in the playoff. You won a conference championship. Let's just go down the road. You bring home a state title. How cool would that be?
That's our main goal.
Yes, it is, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. In order to do so, you have to go against one team that you faced already. Grand Rapids West Catholic. Let's project. Let's look in Coach Davros's crystal ball. You beat Hopkins by 14. Now you're going to go to West Catholic. What changes would you make in defending West Catholic a second time around? Give me one big change from that season opening loss.
Play more aggressive and not so passive.
You were a little timid first time around. Well, timid not in that you're scared. You just weren't as aggressive. You weren't, that cutthroat mentality that we're going to do it.
We were a young team, and it was a big stage for
absolutely.
All of our young guys.
Yeah. Defending state champion. Where did you have him? Your place or there?
We were at our place.
So you were at your place.
Yeah.
Most likely, second time around, you're going to be there. Probably without a question, I would think you would be there.
Yep.
So he tells you that you got to be more aggressive. What would you do differently? How would you prep your kids on both sides of the ball? And you know what? God bless you. You brought up a great point. You were really young. These kids are now 10 weeks. You win. Right. They're going to be 10 weeks. They're a whole season older. Right. Two things, one on offense, one on defense. What would you do as a coach to prep your kids?
And Buddha hit it on the head. It would definitely be, I think all the kids would play more aggressive. It was an intimidating team to play first week.
Yeah.
And
an experienced coach. A little bit more head coach-wise varsity than you because you moved your way up.
Right.
And nothing against you. It's just he's been in the band.
No, absolutely.
Right? It's a learning experience playing somebody like that.
It sure is.
Okay, so aggressively, defense, offensively, your quarterback has done a wonderful job.
Right.
He's grown. The team has grown.
Right.
What would you do different offensively?
Offensively, well, and we've grown so much over this season, just seeing what he's capable of doing, and so we would just implement what we've been able to do all season, to be honest with you, and that playbook has just gotten so much thicker as weeks have gone on, watching Brady's capabilities and seeing what he's able to do.
Oh, absolutely.
And so it's just it's made it fun to see what else we can throw out there, and so that would make it
there really isn't
harder
anything
for them to defend.
Right. You're going to give him more looks. He's gotten more reps.
Yeah.
He's a year older in essence.
Yeah, absolutely.
And so there really is no uncharted water that you're going to be afraid of.
Right.
Well, that's great. Well, Coach, listen, our time is running here short. It's been a long practice. What a great day for practice day. Sunny and 75.
Yeah.
Can we have this the rest of the playoff season?
I'm for it. Yeah.
Oh, I'm for it. Buddha, buddy, I'm proud of you. I want to wish you the very best.
You.
When you see Dad, would you tell him Coach Davros says hi?
Oh.
Robert's got a special place in my heart. I love Robert to death, all right? Coach, thank you so much for giving me. I want to wish you and the team the very best. Bring home another championship for us.
That would be awesome.
I'm Nick Davros. Hey, two great guys who are going to bring home a victory for us. I hope all of you enjoyed tonight's show. We want to wish all of the teams that were here the very best of luck. So, for these two guys, I'm Nick Davros. Don't forget, DSE TV Sports Local on your Channel 96 Comcast station. Thank you so much, everyone. Good night.
Wanted cars, trucks, vans. Sprague's Auto Parts offers top prices for your wrecked, junk, or unwanted vehicles. Cash on the spot. We pick up or you drop off. For more information, call 231-726-2988. Sprague's Auto Parts, 81 South Getty Street, Muskegon. We buy cars for cash.
The Pizza Ranch, featuring a buffet that is guaranteed to please even the pickiest eaters. From a full soup and salad bar, pizzas and breadsticks, to mouth-watering roasted chicken, potatoes and gravy, vegetables, drinks and desserts, all for just one price. Their menu features a wide variety of delectable favorites. You can dine in, carry out, or have your meals delivered. There's something for everyone at the Pizza Ranch.
When your transmission is in trouble, it is important to find reliable and honest mechanics. National Transmission will get the job done right. Located at 4037 East Apple Avenue in Muskegon, you can call them at 231-788-3244.